Welcome back to Faith Talks Origins. I'm Sarah.
And I'm James.
Today, we're unpacking Genesis chapter 10, often called the Table of Nations.
At first glance, this chapter might seem like just a long list of names, but it's actually one of the most important genealogies in the Bible. It shows how the families of Noah's sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, spread out to form the nations of the world.
Exactly. This chapter connects the flood story to the wider history of humanity. It reminds us that every nation, language, and culture traces back to a common beginning.
And that's such an important truth. In a world often divided by ethnicity and culture, Genesis 10 shows us that we're all part of one human family created by God.
I think it's also fascinating that many of the nations listed here become key players in later biblical history. For example, the descendants of Ham include Egypt and Canaan, both significant in the story of Israel.
And from Shem's line will eventually come Abraham, the nation of Israel, and ultimately Jesus Christ. So even in what feels like a simple genealogy, God's redemptive plan is unfolding.
That's right. It shows us that God is sovereign over history, not just individual lives, but whole nations. He is weaving a story that points to his kingdom and his glory.
So when we read Genesis 10, we shouldn't skip over it. Instead, we should see it as a reminder of God's faithfulness to his promises and his plan for all people.
And ultimately, this chapter points us forward to Revelation, where people from every tribe, tongue, and nation will worship before the throne of God.
That's it for today's discussion on Genesis chapter 10. Next time, we'll explore chapter 11 and the Tower of Babel.
Until then, stay rooted in truth and open to wonder. And remember, you were formed on purpose, for a purpose.
Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share this with someone who might need encouragement today. See you next time.